They told you to wait for motivation. They told you to get in the zone, to light a candle, to put on lo-fi beats, to feel inspired before you act, to feel the vibes. But that is the great lie. That is the beautiful deception the world sold you. You were taught to believe that emotion comes first, action second. But in reality, it is the other way around. Action breeds emotion. Motion creates momentum. Think about it. How many things in your life have you wanted to do but never did? How many days did you say, "I will start tomorrow"? How many mornings did you sit there, paralyzed, phone in hand, waiting for a video, quote, a voice, something to spark that feeling? And did it ever truly last? Motivation is a spark, and sparks fade. What you need is fire, and fire only survives with fuel, and the only fuel that works every day is discipline. Let us get brutally honest. Motivation is an unreliable friend. Sometimes it shows up. Most times, it does not. You cannot build a life waiting on someone that inconsistent. Discipline is the opposite. It is the friend that knocks on your door at 5 a.m., the one that says, "I know you are tired. Get up anyway. I know you failed yesterday. Show up anyway. I know it is uncomfortable. Do it anyway." Motivation asks, "Do I feel like it today?" Discipline answers, "It does not matter." You see, average people live their lives at the mercy of how they feel. Winners live their lives according to their standards. It is easy to feel motivated when life is smooth. When your bank account is full, when people applaud you, when you are rested, healthy, and successful. But what happens when things fall apart? What happens when the applause stops? When no one believes in you? When the bills are overdue, the body is sore, and the future feels foggy? That is where discipline lives. That is where real champions are born. You can listen to all the motivational videos in the world, read all the self-help books, surround yourself with the best people in the world. But if you do not apply what you learn, none of it matters. A plan written down is worthless unless you execute it. Knowledge by itself is useless unless you use it. Learning is pointless without application. Just like a gym membership, you can pay for the best trainer. You can buy all the supplements. But if you do not train, none of it works. So here's the brutal truth. Motivation does not make you successful. Discipline does. Listen, I do not care how many videos you watch. If you do not apply, you will remain the same person. Why? Because human beings adapt to their environment. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Your environment has been designed to make you soft. It is comfortable, too comfortable. It is easy, too easy. You can achieve instant gratification with just a click. In any moment of weakness, there is a notification to distract you. In any moment of doubt, there is an opinion to confuse you. This world will try to convince you to be soft, so it can be easy for you. But you are strong. You were built for more. You were born for greatness. And greatness is not comfortable. Greatness is not easy. Greatness is a war. A war you must fight alone. Yes, you can ask for help. You can accept guidance. But ultimately, it is your battle. And the strongest warriors do not wait for motivation. They simply act. They trust the process. They trust the pain. They trust the journey. Because they know there is no shortcut to greatness. There is no easy path to success. There is no secret to winning. There is only one: showing up. 2, doing the work. 3, adapting and repeating. That is it. And if you want to win, if you want to succeed, if you want to triumph, then stop waiting for motivation. Stop searching for feelings. Stop looking for signs. Start acting. Take the first step, the second step, the third. Keep moving forward. And as you move, you will feel the fire within you ignite. As you move, you will feel the emotion catch up to your actions. As you move, you will feel the energy flow through your veins. As you move, you will become unstoppable. And you know this already. You have felt it before. It is that feeling when you completed a challenging task, when you achieved a difficult goal, when you pushed past your limits and suddenly there was nothing you could not conquer. You felt invincible. And that is what awaits you on the other side of your fears. That is what awaits you beyond your comfort zone. So do not wait. Do not escape. Do not hide. You are stronger than your excuses. You are bigger than your problems. You are talented. You are gifted. You are blessed. Go out there and prove it to yourself. Make your future self proud. Make your present self irrelevant. Because the only person who can stop you is you. And the only fuel that great minds need is discipline. A lot of people hate the fact that they're fat and weak. They hate their bodies. But they also hate any advice that might make them change. Because the very idea of changing terrifies them. Well, because deep down, they know that change will expose something ugly about themselves, something they've buried for a long time, their weakness. Most men avoid being strong because it demands a level of toughness they cannot stomach. In reality, being weak is the real enemy because it feeds on our complacency, our addictions, and our laziness. Look around you, and you'll realize that there are more weak men out there than ever. Men who choose to play video games instead of training, who choose cheap dopamine over real progress, who choose comfort over self-improvement. This is why it is vital that you learn to get rid of these weak habits once and for all. So listen carefully. I will share with you 3 weak things that destroy your fate. Number 1, wasting time playing video games. As a kid, video games can be entertaining, but when you reach a certain age, you must stop. Any further continuation is a conscious choice to remain weak. There is nothing wrong with being a gamer in itself, but with this one condition, it has to be a side hobby. Your main focus has to be on real life. And it is easy to spot the gamers. It is easy to spot the ones who spend more time killing fictional enemies than solving real problems. A gamer is not someone who competes. He is someone who runs away from real life. Some of you might think, but what about esports? Those guys are great at it. They are athletes. Okay, let me ask you this. Do you know how many hours they put in to reach the top thousands? And thousands. Their whole lives revolve around practice and improvement. Can you compare that to the guy who spends Friday nights playing FIFA or Warzone? Absolutely not. Listen to that again. A hobby should not take priority over your actual life. It has to complement it, nothing more. The same goes for pornography. Some of you will try to defend it by saying that it is harmless fun, but it only proves that you've been brainwashed by society. Porn is detrimental to your progress as a man, kills your drive and your purpose. It wastes precious time and energy. And for what? Temporary gratification. You might think I'm judging you, but I'm not. I'm disappointed, because I know you're better than this. You might feel ashamed admitting this to yourself, but it doesn't matter anymore. Admit it, accept it, and move forward. We are all brothers here, and we will help each other grow. Don't be weak enough to seek instant gratification instead of delayed results. Stop wasting time and energy on things that offer nothing in return. Focus on your mission, your potential, and your purpose. Instead, remember, brothers, time is not on your side. It is limited. And with every second that passes, your window of opportunity shrinks. Are you ready to stop being weak? Do you want to reclaim your power and unlock your full potential? It is time to rise above mediocrity and embrace the warrior within you. Are you ready? Good. Then let us move on to point number 2. Number 2, being addicted to social media. Stop defending this. Do not argue with me. Just listen. Social media is a poison that destroys millions of minds. It keeps you distracted, addicted, and divided. This is why you must get off it completely. Understand this. Social media is designed to make you dependent on it. When you use social media excessively, you allow these platforms to mold your thinking, control your emotions, and dictate your perception of reality. These apps were created in laboratories to exploit human psychology. They know exactly what triggers your brain, what keeps you addicted, and what makes you stay longer. Be aware of this trickery and take control of your own mind. Do not fall victim to their manipulative tactics. You must cut off your addiction to social media if you ever want to be mentally strong. It is that important. You think those TikTok videos or Instagram reels are innocent entertainment? Think again. Each one is meticulously designed to keep you hooked, to steal your attention, and to fill your mind with emptiness. Every like, comment, and share is a strategic move to manipulate your brain chemistry. They reward your attention with a surge of dopamine, making you crave more. It's a trap. If you don't break free, you will never reach your full potential. Look around you and see the damage it has caused. People are so addicted to social media that they no longer live in the present moment. They scroll mindlessly, their eyes glazed over, disconnected from the beauty of reality. They are zombies, controlled by invisible strings. It is pathetic. It is sad, but it is the reality. But you can be different. You can rise above this pathetic state. If you have the strength to detach yourself from these digital chains. It won't be easy, but nothing worthwhile ever is. Finally, let us discuss the third and perhaps most deadly weak habit: sleeping late. You think sleeping late is just a bad habit? Think again. Sleeping late is a gateway to a host of other destructive habits. It messes up your biological rhythm and weakens your willpower to resist temptations. You might think it is no big deal to stay up late and sleep in. It is. Your body has its own internal clock, a biological rhythm that dictates when you should be awake and alert, and when you should rest and rejuvenate. By disrupting this natural cycle, sleeping late leaves you feeling sluggish, drained of energy, and unable to focus on your tasks during the day. When your willpower is compromised, you become more susceptible to negative influences. Suddenly, that junk food, that video game, or that social media platform seems more appealing, leading you down a slippery slope of bad habits and distractions. Listen to that again. Sleeping late compromises your willpower, which makes you more likely to indulge in bad habits. You may feel like you're in control, but every late night you choose is another brick in the wall of weakness. You're rebuilding around yourself. It's time to break free from this cycle and take control of your life. Embrace the power of an early night of sleep and watch as it ripples into every aspect of your existence. Productivity, creativity, and mental clarity will soar to new heights. You will feel more energized, focused, and motivated to tackle challenges head-on. Remember, brothers, weakness is a choice. It is a decision to prioritize instant gratification over long-term success. It is a surrender to societal pressures and distractions. Do not let it define you. Instead, be the warrior that you were meant to be. Choose strength, self-mastery, and resilience. The world needs strong men who take charge of their habits and shape their destiny. Are you one of them? If you agree, then let me know in the comments below. Also remember that real strength is not just physical. It encompasses your mind, your spirit, and your discipline. By conquering your weaknesses, you unlock the door to your true potential. Embrace the journey of self-improvement and become the best version of yourself. Let me get something straight. Pain is not your enemy. Comfort is. You were taught to run from pain, to hide when it hurt, to avoid discomfort like it was some kind of disease. But here's the truth. No one ever told you growing up. Pain is not here to destroy you. Pain is here to develop you. And every time you run from it, you are running from your own evolution. Because discipline is forged in the furnace of pain, not in comfort, not in ease, not in motivational quotes or YouTube reels or gym mirrors. It is forged when your body screams to stop, but your mind says, "We are not done." It is born the moment you wake up, sore, defeated, and empty, and still choose to show up. It grows when you walk into the fire and say, "Burn me, but I am not leaving until I level up." That kind of resilience, that kind of inner steel, it is not gifted to you. It is earned through every sleepless night, every broken plan, every rejection, every betrayal. You think successful people got lucky? Let me tell you a story. There was a man who started with nothing. No support system, no inherited wealth, no degrees from elite universities. What he had was a dream and pain. At age 23, he was rejected from every job he applied to. At 24, his business failed. At 25, the woman he loved walked away because she did not believe in his vision. And at 26, he almost gave up. He stood on the edge of quitting like so many of you have, but he made a decision, a quiet one. It's not on social media, not in a public announcement. It's just him in a dark room, saying to himself, "If I am going to suffer, I am going to make sure it means something." That was the year he stopped hiding from the pain. He let it shape him. He worked 14 hours a day, ate the same meals every day, said no to every distraction that tried to pull him back into average, and slowly, painfully, he rebuilt. Not just his business, he rebuilt himself. At the time he was 33. He was running a company that generated millions in value, not because he avoided pain, but because he mastered it. Now, I want you to ask yourself something. When pain knocks on your door, what do? Do you answer it with fear? Do you pretend it is not there? Do you numb it with food, with alcohol, with scrolling? Because I promise you this, whatever you avoid will become your master. But whatever you face will become your servant in pain. If you look it in the eyes, if you study it, walk with it, learn from it, it will train you like no coach, no mentor, no book ever can. Pain is the mentor most of you reject, but the elite, they embrace it. Think of a blade. A dull blade is useless in battle. It cannot cut, it cannot defend. It is just metal. But a sharpened blade is lethal. It is decisive. It can change the course of war. How does a blade become sharp? Friction, grinding, heat. Your soul is the same. You are not sharp by nature. You are shaped. That heartbreak you went through, that was sharpening. That betrayal, that was the grinding stone. That failure, that was the fire that melted your old self down to raw steel. But here's the catch: some people never become the weapon. They just stay in the fire, screaming, blaming, breaking. Do not be that person. Stand in the fire with purpose. Say, if I am going to be in pain, I will come out stronger. Period. Let me teach you something powerful. Pain does not just change your habits. Pain rewrites your identity. If you allow it, pain will break the old version of youth, the weak one, the afraid one, the one who needed permission. And from those broken pieces, you get to build someone new. But only if you decide to see pain as a sculptor, not a thief. The average person says, this pain is unfair. The disciplined person says, this pain is necessary. The average person waits for the pain to pass. The disciplined person gets stronger while it is still hurting. The average person wants results without suffering. The disciplined person understands the results are the reward for suffering well. You do not grow because of what you know. You grow because you endure. If you are struggling with pain right now, I want you to hear this. You are not alone. We are all in this together. There are moments when even I wonder, is it worth it? Is it all just too much? But then I look back at the past years, at the progress, at the work, at the people helped, and I know that pain was my teacher. It brought me here. And I know that if I ever quit, it will all slip away. So I keep going. I do not have a choice. I cannot give up. And neither can you. Not if you want to keep what you have already achieved. Not if you want to honor the sacrifices you have already made. Not if you dare to dream of something more. I know you were tired. I know you were overwhelmed. I know you sometimes ask, what is the point of this grind? Well, let me remind you, the pain you feel right now is proof that you are alive, that you are still in the arena, that you are not one of the 97% who gave up and called it fate. Every time you show up tired, broken, and unsure, you are casting a vote for your future self. And one day, those votes will add up, not overnight, but over time. The man or woman you become will look back and say, I am grateful for the pain, because without it, I would still be soft. You must understand, life is not fair. Success is not guaranteed. The world will always have another obstacle, another test, another trial. The only thing you control is your reaction to them. And if you choose to see these events as opportunities to grow, to sharpen your soul, to build immunity against future hardships, if you turn pain into fuel, then no obstacle can stop you. But if you spend your life complaining, looking for pity, blaming others, then even a minor setback can break you. See, pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. It is a choice, to suffer much and live little, or to suffer little and live much. That choice is yours. And for most of you, the default setting is to suffer more than you need to. Do not be that person. Do not be mediocre.
I'm not.
You were born to achieve something extraordinary. And extraordinary things require an extraordinary price. It is a different standard. So take off the rose-colored glasses. Look at reality for what it is. Uncomfortable, unfair, uncaring, and then choose to act anyway. Because the world needs strong men and women who take action in spite of how they feel. It needs warriors. Do not be a victim. Be the architect of your own destiny. And when life throws pain your way, which it will, remember, every great achievement was born from pain. Every masterpiece was forged in the fire. Every success was built on the foundation of struggle. And if you are not willing to pay that price, then don't expect to win the game. You are not meant for the winner's seat. Setbacks, failures, injuries, betrayals, heartbreaks, rejections, they are not the enemy. They're the teacher. They're the crucible. Embrace them. Become the student. It is a never-ending enrollment. You will not succeed without pain. So the question is, will you succeed with pain? Will you embrace the suck? Will you be the disciplined minority? Will you take your life back from the tyranny of pain? Or will you let pain win? I know you are capable of anything. I have seen what you are made of. Do not let it go to waste. Do not be average. Because here is the brutal truth. Mediocrity is death. Only the exceptional endure the pain, become exceptional. And when the world is ready for you, you will be ready for the world. There is a battle happening inside you right now. It's not in some battlefield out there, not in your workplace, not in your family, but right here inside your mind, every single day. And this battle is not between good and evil. It is not between winning and losing. It is between what you want now and what you want most. This is the war between now and later. And the truth is, the war never ends. But before we begin, remember, if you stay till the end, I'll share with you my best advice on how to win this war. Scene 1, the siren song of now. Imagine this. You wake up early. You told yourself you would go for a run. You had it planned the night before. Your shoes are by the door. Your clothes are ready. Your alarm rings. And then, a soft voice whispers in your ear, just 10 more minutes. You had a long day yesterday. You will start tomorrow. You deserve a break. That voice is not lazy. It is seductive. It is manipulative. It does not scream. It whispers, and it speaks in your own voice. That is the voice of now. Now wants comfort. It wants pleasure, sleep, scrolling, shortcuts. Now wants dopamine. It's not discipline, but later wants something else. Later wants fulfillment. Later wants a stronger body. Later wants a better life. Right. Later wants respect. And here's the truth. Later is always silent. It does not beg. It does not seduce. It waits to see. What do you waits to see? If you will fight for it. And here's the reality. You will always have a choice. You will always have a battle to fight. Will you join the army of now? Or will you be part of the army of later? Scene 2. Why discipline is the bridge. There is a reason most people fail to achieve greatness. It is not because they are weak. It is not because they are stupid. It is because they never learned to choose later over now. Discipline is not motivation. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the engine. Motivation is hype. Discipline is identity. Discipline is what builds the bridge between what you feel like doing and what your future needs you to do. Ask anyone who has ever lost 100 pounds, or built a business from scratch, or transformed their body, or written a book over 2 years. They will tell you there was nothing magical, just decisions. No, just 100 no's to now. For everyone, yes to later. The war between now and later is one with micro decisions. The pain of discipline outweighs the pain of regret. Scene 3. Delayed gratification, the unseen superpower. Let us talk about a word most people hate. Delay. In a world of one-day shipping, instant messaging, 10-second TikToks, delay sounds like death. But listen carefully. Delayed gratification is one of the most powerful weapons in human existence. In 1972, a psychologist named Walter Mischel ran the famous marshmallow experiment. Children were given one marshmallow and told, "You can eat it now, or wait 15 minutes and get 2, the ones who waited. Years later, they had better grades, better jobs, healthier habits, lower divorce rates, more self-control, the ability to wait, to delay the dopamine, to sacrifice now for later. That is the foundation of success. That is the raw material of discipline. And the more marshmallows you collect, the more powerful you become. Scene 4. The 3 voices inside you. There are 3 voices inside you, and they are fighting every single day. The voice of impulse, this voice screams, now, 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 wants instant pleasure. It avoids pain. It does not think. It just reacts. The voice of reason, this voice says, think about this. This aligned with your values? Will this serve you tomorrow? The voice of mastery, this voice whispers, it is calm. It does not argue. It does not panic. It simply knows what matters most. It's not what you feel like doing, but what you committed to doing. The tragedy is, most people never get past the first voice. They spend their lives in impulse, reacting, distracted, comfort, and stuck. If you want to win the war, you must learn to listen to the voice of mastery. Scene 5. Micro decisions, the battlefield of the ordinary. The war is not fought in grand moments, not in big speeches. It's not in once-in-a-lifetime events. It is fought in the tiny, boring, invisible decisions. Do I scroll or do I sleep? Do I order junk or cook real food? Do I hit snooze or get up? Do I gossip or stay silent? Do I spend or invest? You win the war by winning the moments. Every small decision adds up. And every time you choose later over now, you are building muscle, mental muscle, emotional muscle, spiritual muscle. That is discipline. That is how legacies are built, not in loud moments, but in quiet resistance. You don't rise from the extraordinary. You rise from the ordinary. Scene 6. Now is a liar. Now tells you 1,000 lies. It tells you this moment is all that matters. It tells you comfort is happiness. It tells you rest is more valuable than effort. It tells you later is guaranteed. But here's the truth. Now is a liar. Now will steal your dreams. Now will rob you of your future. Now will leave you full of regret. The gym you skip today becomes the disease you pay for tomorrow. The book you did not write. It becomes the story that never changes a life. The business you did not start becomes the financial chains you never break. Every time you surrender to now, you weaken later. And here is the punchline. Later always becomes now. You are not just delaying something. You are deciding the future version of yourself. So do not surrender. Scene 7. The pain is the path. Choosing later hurts. Let us not sugarcoat it. It is uncomfortable. It is boring. It is painful. But pain is not the enemy. Pain is the teacher. Discipline without pain does not exist. You will have to sacrifice things you love, your favorite shows, your comfort foods, your social media, your weekend parties. But what if I told you the pain you feel now is the exact currency that buys your freedom later? Let me say that again. Pain is the currency of freedom. Do not run from it. Invest it. Build the burn. Build the strength. Because every time you endure the pain of self-control, you build the armor of character. You are not meant to be comfortable. You are meant to be capable. Scene 8. The rule of future you. There is a rule I live by. Simple, brutal, effective. Always act in service of your future self. For every decision, ask yourself, will this serve the man or woman I want to become? Future you is watching. Future you is depending on you. Future you is praying that you will choose sacrifice over comfort, effort over ease, discipline over dopamine. Because future you is not built in the future. Future you is built now. Make your future self proud. Scene 9. Every night to Jen is a yes to something greater. When you say no to the cupcake, you are saying yes to health. When you say no to Netflix, you are saying yes to knowledge. When you say no to laziness, you are saying yes to progress. People think discipline is about deprivation. It is not. Discipline is about direction. You are not saying no to everything. You are saying no to what does not serve you. So you can say yes to the life you truly deserve. Stop resisting the life you want. Start refusing the life you don't. Scene 10. How to win the war. So how do you win the war between now and later? 1. Create rituals, not rules. Rules get broken. Rituals become identity. 2. Make it easy to do the right thing. Lay out the gym clothes. Delete the apps. Automate your savings. Stack your environment in your favor. 3. Set pain as your ally, not your enemy. Remind yourself every discomfort is an investment. 4. Visualize your future self. Do not fantasize. Visualize. See yourself strong, disciplined, respected, free. Then do today what that version of you would do. The battle never ends, but you can win every single day. If you want more on this topic, check out my full video on why discipline is sexy. You have a voice inside you. It does not shout, it whispers. You don't hear it when you are busy. You don't notice it when you are strong. But it's always there. Right now it is telling you to stop. It is saying, no, you need rest. You had a long day. You should relax. You will do it tomorrow. That project can wait. You are not ready. You are not born for this. It is not the right time. Your luck is bad. The world is against you. Yeah. Your shoes are worn out. Nobody sees your efforts. Nobody appreciates you. You were not born into money. No one supports you. Your family left you. Your friends betrayed you. That girl rejected you. You were not motivated today. You failed yesterday. You couldn't do it last week. You probably can't do it today. Just give up. That voice is a liar. That voice is the architect of your excuses. And unless you silence that voice, unless you kill that voice, it will kill everything you could have been. Welcome to the place where 99% of men go to die. A place where dreams come to die, where ambitions come to rust, where potential comes to rot. A place where wishes are made but never captured. This is the place where most men die. Listen to me. This is the graveyard of your potential. You are either going to let it consume you, or you are going to rise above it. But know this, if you ever step foot into this place, it will try to hold you down. It will whisper doubts into your ear. It will remind you of every failure. It will reopen every wound. It will flood you with feelings of inadequacy. And here's the cruelest thing it will do. It will make you feel like everyone else feels the same way. That quitting is easy, that giving up is normal, that settling is safe. The good news is, it is all a lie. This is a battlefield and you are not alone. In fact, you have an army. Everyone who is fighting their own battles. Everyone who is sacrificing now for a better future. Everyone who is silently grinding while the world sleeps. They are your army. You just can't see them. Listen to me. There is nothing noble in suffering. Nothing holy in hunger.
Oh.
Nothing romantic in being broke. Being broke sucks. Being hungry sucks. Working like a dog while others sleep sucks. The question is it worth it? Is it worth enduring all that for a moment of pride? Is it worth putting your life on hold for years? Is it worth living like a pauper when you deserve to live like a king? For some people it is. For some people it is not. I don't know your story, but I can tell you one thing. If you are not willing to live like a pauper, now is not the time to complain. This is the part where we bury that voice. We kill the excuses, and we take back our power. Because if you keep giving in to your excuses, you will never build the life you say you want. This is the funeral of the easy way out. Say your final goodbye to your reasons why not. Okay. Because from this point on, there is no more space for weakness. Only discipline. Only action. Let us dissect it. An excuse is a well-dressed lie. It wears a suit of logic. It uses soft, reasonable words. It sounds like common sense. But underneath, it is poison. It pretends to be on your side. But every excuse you make is a brick in the wall between you and your goals. Excuses are sneaky. They disguise themselves as protection. They tell you they are saving you from embarrassment, from failure, from pain. Odd. But what they are really doing is saving you from growth. They are stealing your greatness one decision at a time. Here is the hard truth. You never run out of time. You never run out of energy. You only run out of discipline. If something matters enough, you will find a way. If it does not, you will find an excuse. Look at your life. Look at where you are. Now look at where you said you would be by now. That gap, it is built out of excuses. You were not born with excuses. You were not handed them at birth. You trained yourself to believe them. Maybe your parents made excuses. Maybe your friends did. Maybe your environment encouraged it. Somewhere along the way, you started rewarding yourself for backing down. I am not a morning person. I do not have time to work out. I cannot afford to eat healthy. I would write that book. But I am not a writer. I am too old. I am too young. I will wait until I have more experience. I do not know the right people. I will do it when life settles down. Do you see the pattern? Excuses are just repetitions. Excuses are beliefs you have repeated so many times that they have become your reality. But just like you trained your brain to accept excuses, you can train it to reject them. You are not a victim of your patterns. You are the author of them. Every excuse you kill makes you stronger. Every time you act in spite of the excuse, you build the muscle of discipline. That is how the greats are built. They are not born without excuses. They just refuse to listen. Look around. The modern world thrives on excuses. There is an entire economy built on making you feel better about giving up. Scroll through your phone. Every second video tells you to rest. Take a break. Give yourself grace. Self-care has become an excuse for avoidance. Burnout is being used to justify laziness. Trauma is being used as a permanent license to stay broken. Let us get real. Not everything is trauma. Not every tired day is burnout. Not every failure needs therapy. Sometimes you are just avoiding hard things. And do not misunderstand, healing is important. But hiding behind healing to avoid responsibility is not. There is no growth in constant comfort. There is no progress without struggle. There is no greatness without resistance. Excuses are how the world sells you comfort. But comfort will never make you extraordinary. You have a dream, or you used to. It was big, loud, vivid. You saw yourself there, you felt it, you believed it. But then life started whispering, you do not have time. You need to make money first. Maybe next year. What if you fail? What will people say? What if you succeed and cannot handle it? Excuse after excuse. You talked yourself out of it. Now your dream is quiet. It is not dead, but it is suffocating. Dong no. And here is the brutal truth. Dreams do not die from failure. They die from neglect. Every day you choose your excuse, you choose to betray your dream. You owe that dream your discipline. You owe it your effort. You owe it your sacrifice. No one else can do that for you. No one else can live it for you. If you do not wake up tomorrow and fight for it, if you do not silence that excuse once and for all, you are the one digging its grave. Let me introduce you to the mindset that eliminates excuses. I do it anyway. I do not wait to feel like it. I finish what I start. I take full responsibility. I do hard things by default. This is the mindset of champions. You do not need the perfect time. You do not need the perfect plan. You do not need more motivation. You need the courage to begin with what you have. Right now, as you are, the excuse killer does not ask, "Can I?" They ask, "Will I?" The excuse killer does not blame time, whether mood or childhood. They say, "If it is to be, it is up to me." They fail forward. They fall and stand again. Do not care if it hurts. They care if it matters. They do not talk about their goals. They bleed for them. Look around you. What excuses have you seen? What excuses have you told yourself? Excuses are the playground of the mind. They keep you distracted, entertained, busy. They feed you temporary comfort, but it is all illusion. Don't fall for it. That voice may be loud, but you are louder. Make no mistake. The voice will not disappear. It will always be there waiting for you to falter, waiting for you to weaken, waiting for you to forget. But remember this, you are not weak. You're not a quitter. You are a fighter, and your fight is worth it. There is a force inside you that craves freedom from mediocrity. There is a fire in your belly that refuses to settle for less. Don't let that fire go out. Keep feeding it. Keep fueling it. Don't be distracted by the voice. Don't be overwhelmed by the situation. You are capable of amazing things. Never forget that. And if anyone tries to convince you otherwise, tell them to shut up. Tell them you are not listening. Tell them you are done with excuses. Tell them you are done with settling. Tell them you're all in. Because when you are all in, there is no room for excuses. Do you ever feel like life is one big struggle? You're trying to balance work, relationships, personal growth, and it feels like an uphill battle every day. The truth is, we're all fighting a silent war, a war that takes place within our minds and hearts. It's a war that determines whether we'll succeed or fail, whether we'll live a life of regret or one filled with purpose. But the good news is, you don't have to face this war alone. In this video, we'll delve deep into the concept of the silent war, explore its importance, and provide you with tools and strategies to help you win the battles that come your way. The silent war within. Imagine a vast battlefield, not of armies and weapons, but of ideas and emotions. On one side stands your weaker self, fueled by comfort, excuses, and fear. The other side, your stronger self, driven by purpose, growth, and resilience. This is the silent war within you. a constant battle between your desire for ease and the drive to push beyond your limits. Oh, wow. You see, life is full of challenges, and these challenges test our resolve. They push us to our breaking points, forcing us to make choices that define who we are and who we'll become. But here's the catch. We often find ourselves torn between two selves. The one that craves safety and satisfaction, and the one that yearns for greatness and fulfillment. For example, let's say you've always wanted to start a business. You have an innovative idea that you believe can make a difference in the world. However, the thought of taking risks, facing uncertainties, and stepping out of your comfort zone fills you with anxiety and doubt. The weaker version of you wants to play it safe, stick to your 9-to-5 job, and avoid the potential pitfalls of entrepreneurship. But the stronger version of you, the part that dreams big and yearns for freedom, pushes you to take the leap of faith. This internal conflict, this war within, is something we all experience daily. It's the battle between settling for mediocrity and striving for excellence. It's the struggle to stay true to your values when faced with peer pressure and societal expectations. The importance of recognizing the war. Now, why is it crucial to recognize this silent war within? Why should you care about this internal conflict? Well, because the outcome of this battle has profound implications for your life. You see, when you fail to acknowledge this war, when you ignore the signs of your weaker self creeping in, you risk losing yourself. You may find yourself stuck in a life that doesn't align with your dreams and aspirations. Imagine a soldier going into battle without recognizing the enemy. He'd be lost, confused, and unprepared. Similarly, if you're unaware of the silent war raging within you, you'll be ill-equipped to handle the challenges life throws your way. Recognizing this war is the first step towards winning it. It's the moment when you become conscious of your internal conflict, aware of the voices that pull you in different directions. It's when you decide to take charge of your life and shape it according to your vision. Winning the silent war. So how do you win this silent war? How do you emerge victorious from the battle within? Well, the path to victory lies in understanding the nature of the conflict and arming yourself with the right tools and mindset. Know thyself. The first rule of winning any war is knowing your enemy. And in this case, your enemy is the weaker version of yourself. The part that holds you back, that whispers doubts and feeds your fears. To truly defeat this enemy, you must understand it, dissect it, and identify its weaknesses. Self-awareness is the key to unlocking your potential. It's the ability to look within and confront your darkest fears, biases, and insecurities. When you know what's holding you back, you can start to dismantle it brick by brick. Number 2, embrace discomfort. Comfort is the breeding ground for weakness. It's where doubt and fear thrive. Therefore, to win the silent war, you must embrace discomfort. Step out of your comfort zone, challenge yourself, and push your boundaries. This doesn't mean you have to suffer or live in misery, but it does mean facing challenges head-on and learning to grow from them. Discomfort is where character is built and resilience is forged. Number 3, master your emotions. Your emotions are powerful forces that can either propel you forward or hold you back. In the heat of the moment, anger, fear, and frustration can easily get the better of you. However, to win the silent war, you must master your emotions. Learn to control your reactions and channel your feelings into positive actions. This requires emotional intelligence, self-discipline, and a strong sense of purpose. 4, harness the power of focus. In the midst of distractions and temptations, staying focused can be challenging, yet crucial. To win the silent war, you must harness the power of focus. Identify what truly aligns with your purpose and let that guide your actions. Eliminate distractions and immerse yourself in your goals. Remember, a scattered focus is a defeated focus. Number 5, learn from adversity. Adversity is inevitable in life. It's the storms that test our strength and resilience. Instead of fearing adversity, embrace it as a teacher. Every setback, every failure, and every challenge holds valuable lessons. It's through these experiences that you'll learn about yourself, your strengths, and your weaknesses. The key is to adapt, learn, and grow from every situation. Number 6, seek support. While it's essential to confront your inner demons alone, you don't have to do it completely alone. Seek support from friends, family, mentors, or even therapists. Sharing your struggles can lighten the burden and provide clarity. Sometimes an outside perspective can be invaluable in navigating the complexities of the silent war within. Number 7, practice self-care. Self-care isn't selfish, it's a necessity. To win the silent war, you must prioritize your physical and mental well-being. Eat healthily, exercise regularly, get enough rest, and engage in activities that bring you joy and relaxation. A healthy mind and body are essential for conquering the battles within, the rewards of winning the silent war. Winning the silent war is not just about overcoming challenges. It's about living a life on your terms, a life that reflects your values, passions, and dreams. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, the person you're destined to be. As you emerge victorious from the battles within, you'll experience a sense of fulfillment, purpose, and inner peace. The rewards go beyond material possessions or external achievements. They extend to the richness of your character, the depth of your experiences, and the impact you have on the world. Remember, the silent war is a continuous journey, not a destination. There will be moments of triumph and times of setbacks. But as long as you keep moving forward, as long as you keep fighting for the person you want to be, you are winning. Don't be afraid to embrace the discomfort, to confront your fears, and to grow from the challenges that come your way. The world needs your unique gifts and talents. And it's through winning the silent war within that you'll be able to share them freely. In the tapestry of life, your story is an essential thread. The battles you fight, the choices you make, and the person you strive to be all contribute to the masterpiece that is your life. So go forth, brave warrior, and conquer the silent war within. Let your inner strength guide you, your purpose light your path, and your resilience sustain you. The world is waiting for you to claim your victory and share your brilliance with it. We are programmed to believe success should be balanced, effortless, fun, and if we work hard, we should also play hard. If that was true, everyone would be successful. Unfortunately, there is a brutal truth most people never want to hear. Success has a price. Not just money, not just effort, not even just time. It demands blood. It demands your comfort. It demands your ego. It demands your sleep, your weekends, your favorite distractions. It demands relationships, peace of mind, and sometimes everything you once thought was essential. You cannot have it all. It's not all at once. There will be seasons of your life where you have to choose between Netflix and a new skill, between social life and a business launch, between sleeping 8 hours and building a legacy. Here is the paradox. The path to greatness is not the longest route. Yes. It is not the one paved with ease and luxury. It is the one where you bleed early, so you do not suffer forever, because sacrifice is the real shortcut. Sacrifice is the shortcut. We have been sold a comfortable illusion that success can be achieved with balance. Wake up late, do some self-care, hustle a little, take mental health breaks every 3 hours, party on Friday, sleep in Saturday, and somehow magically end up at the top? That is not balance. That is avoidance dressed in self-love. Real balance is not doing less. It is managing the chaos without crumbling. And that strength is built in the furnace of sacrifice. You ever wonder why 99% of people never live the life they dream of? It is not intelligence. It is not connections. It is not money. It is sacrifice. Look around. Who sacrificed everything? Who made it? People are willing to sacrifice anything for pleasure. To avoid discomfort, they want success without the fire. They want results without the risk. They want everything, except the pain. But here's the twist. Pain is not optional. You are going to feel it either way. The only question is, will you choose the pain of growth or the pain of regret? Let me show you the math of sacrifice. Imagine 2 men. Man sacrifices 3 years. No parties, no vacations, no weekends, just grind. Every single day he builds his brand, his skill set, his discipline. He fails, he grows. He sacrifices again. Man B avoids discomfort. He does just enough, protects his comfort zone. He works but never sacrifices. 5 years pass. Man A has options. He can travel. He owns time. Man B is still on someone else's schedule, still asking permission, still hustling because he never sacrificed when it mattered. Short-term sacrifice is long-term leverage. That is the hidden hack. That is the real-life hack. No influencer wants to sell you because it cannot be packaged. It must be lived. The willingness to sacrifice separates the 1% from the 99%. Right. It is the difference between I want to and I want to. I want to is a wish. I want to shows up. The willingness to sacrifice is not about being miserable. It is not martyrdom. It's calculated suffering. You give up good to go great. You give up comfort to gain power. You give up ease to gain control. You give up looking cool to gain results. And when you build a life on sacrifice, you build a foundation that cannot be shaken. Because nothing can break you once you have already given up everything soft inside you. So, if you are sick of starting over, sick of being mediocre, sick of settling, this is how you level up. For starters, ask yourself, are you willing to give up the next 5 years of your life to achieve your goal? If not, the answer is in your question. If you are not ready to sacrifice for the next 5 years, you will never be. You are better off giving up now than giving up later. Giving up later is cruelest. You think keeping all your pleasures will make you happier? You think saying yes to every distraction will give you peace? Let me be real with you. The things you refuse to sacrifice become the very chains that imprison you. That junk food, that laziness, that toxic relationship. They feel good now, but they are killing you slowly. Every time you avoid sacrifice, you are choosing slavery over freedom. Freedom is expensive. It requires you to kill your former self piece by piece. The undisciplined you, the lazy you, the distracted you, the just this once you. You have to sacrifice who you are to become who you are meant to be. And that hurts. But it is the kind of pain that purifies. It is the kind of pain that leaves scars you can be proud of. Because they are not scars of failure. They're proof you survived the fire. Modern society has lied to you. It told you to chase comfort. It told you to find ease. To work just enough. To seek luxury. To treat yourself. But you are not built for comfort. Comfort kills more dreams than failure ever could. The greatest accomplishments in history were not done by comfortable people. The greatest things in life are on the other side of the hardest things in life. You want to lose weight? You must starve your appetite. You want to build a business? You must starve your distractions. You want to run a marathon? You must starve your doubts. You can get whatever you want in this world, but you must be willing to stop wanting everything else. You cannot want to read, watch Netflix, scroll social media, and be an intellectual. You cannot want to eat donuts, drink alcohol, smoke weed, and expect to be healthy. You cannot want to win and keep playing it safe. You must be willing to give up your current pleasures for the sake of your future self. And that, my friend, is the ultimate form of love. Love yourself enough to sacrifice for yourself. If you loved the old you, you would be willing to kill the old you. If you truly want something different, you must be willing to do something different. Stop complaining about your problems. Start solving them. Stop whining about the struggles. Start overcoming them. Stop talking about the sacrifice. Start making the sacrifice. The sacrifice makes you powerful. Sacrifice forces you to find efficiency. Sacrifice makes you resourceful. Sacrifice sharpens your intellect. Sacrifice tests your willpower. Sacrifice is the breeding ground of innovation. Your greatest asset is not your brain. Your greatest asset is your will. Your ability to overcome obstacles is what makes you rich, is what makes you strong. It is what makes you happy. And I know you are worried you might not be able to handle the pain. You might not be able to handle the sacrifice.
Don't worry.
You are stronger than you think. You're tougher than you feel right now. You are more capable than you imagine. Sacrifice is not about avoiding suffering. It is about facing suffering head-on. Every scar tells a story of survival. Every injury tells a story of resilience. Every moment you choose sacrifice over sin is another brick laid in the tower of your greatness. So what are you waiting for? The perfect time. That time is now. Do not ask for a sign. Look around you. This is it. Your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to survive. Survive the rejection, survive the loneliness, survive the doubt, survive the critics, survive the temptations. Survive, and you will conquer. One day soon, you will be standing on top of the mountain, and everything will be yours. But only because you chose sacrifice over surrender. Only because you sacrificed everything else to win. Because sacrifice is not selfish. It is selfless. You sacrifice for the greater good. You sacrifice to make others proud. You sacrifice to prove them wrong. You sacrifice to honor your past self who dared to dream. You sacrifice to be the hero of your own story. You sacrifice to never beg for mercy. You were born to sacrifice. Now go out there and sacrifice to win. You were born for greatness. Now go out there and be great. What is your standard? I'm not talking about the world standard. I'm not talking about society's convenient measure of good enough. I'm not talking about the soft comfort of mediocrity that whispers, at least you're doing better than most. No. The question is far more brutal. It's far more unforgiving. What is your standard? Because here is the truth that 99% of people will run from until the day they die. Most people live by a borrowed standard. They borrow it from Instagram. They borrow it from the guy next door. They borrow it from their weak past. And because it is borrowed, it holds no power. Because it is borrowed, it holds no fire. Because it is borrowed, it dies the moment life punches them in the mouth. Stop living on default. Most people do not design their life. They inherit it. Do not choose excellence. They conform to comfort. They do not build a code. They absorb one from the average around them. They get a job because that is what everyone does. They work out when it is convenient, because at least I am doing something. They say I am trying my best, even when they know they are not. Why? Because they have never built their own standard. You need to stop asking what is normal, what is common, what is good enough, and you need to start asking, what would a life look like if I held myself to a higher standard than anyone expects of me? The Navy SEAL mentality. Navy SEALs have a saying, you do not rise to the occasion, you fall to the level of your training. In other words, when chaos hits, when the bullets fly, when everything goes wrong, you will not become some superhuman version of yourself. You will default to your standard. That is why they train under extreme pressure. That is why they punish themselves in cold water, in exhaustion, in pain. Because they know the standard you build in silence will determine your success in battle. So what is your standard when no one is watching? What is your standard when you are tired, when you are anxious, when the world is burning? What do you fall back to? Because you will not rise in the moment. You will fall to your level of discipline. If your standard is weak, you will break. It's an internal contract. Every high-value man signs a contract with himself, not on paper, not in front of others. He signs it in blood, in sweat, in silence. And that contract says, I will never lie to myself. I will not be average. I will outwork every version of who I used to be. I will not lower my standard to fit in. I will live by a code even if it costs me. And when that standard is real, when it is forged in suffering, you no longer need motivation. You're not waking up because you feel like it. You're waking up because the standard demands it. Why average will betray you? Average will always betray you. It will make you think you are safe. It will make you think you are progressing. It will make you think you are on the right path until life exposes you. See, average is a lie built on comparison. I am doing okay compared to him. At least I am not like her. But life does not care who you are comparing yourself to. Life will test you based on who you could have become. You are not being measured against the guy next door. You are being measured against the best version of you that never saw the light of day, because you refuse to raise your standard. Your standard must be ruthless. Do you want to change your life? Then build a ruthless standard. Ruthless with your time, ruthless with your focus, ruthless with your energy, ruthless with your environment. Stop tolerating half effort. Stop surrounding yourself with people who make excuses. Stop letting your future die in the comfort of maybe tomorrow. Your standard should make people uncomfortable, should challenge your circle, should eliminate the weak from your environment. Because the higher your standard, the more precise your path becomes. Building your code here is how you start. 1. Define your non-negotiables. What must be done daily, no matter what. Not what is ideal, what is required. Maybe it is training. Reading, silence, cold exposure, focus blocks. Pick 5. Live by them. 2. Eliminate weak language. No more I will try. No more I hope. No more someday. Replace them with I am, I will, I must. 3. Audit your circle. If they do not raise your standard, they are lowering it. If they do not challenge your thinking, they are weakening it. You become who you tolerate. 4. Rehearse the standard under pressure. Test it in chaos. When you are tired, apply it. When you are overwhelmed, apply it. When life is unfair, apply it. That is where the standard becomes part of you. 5. Document your failures, then refuse to repeat them. Build a log of your flaws, your missed targets, your wasted days. It's not to shame yourself, but to stay accountable. Track your behavior like a general tracks his army. Let the standard lead your legacy. Don't chase results. Let results chase your standard. If you raise the standard, success becomes automatic. You will not need motivation. You will have momentum. You will not chase validation. You will radiate power. But if you settle, if you compromise, if you let your standard be shaped by the world, then you will die having never met the man you could have become. The world will try to lower you, let us be clear. The world will hate your standard. They will call it too much. They will say relax a little. They will mock your routines, your early mornings, your silence, your focus. Because your standard is a threat. Threat to every man who gave up. A threat to every person who settled. Threat to a society built on compromise. They will want you to be soft, but you will stay sharp. They will want you to slow down, but you will accelerate. They will want you to be like them, but you are not. Because you have built your own standard, and you live by it. Not for applause, but for honor. Final truth: you can build your life around comfort or around a code. One will entertain you, the other will transform you. Your standard is not a preference, it is your identity. It is the quiet agreement you make with yourself when no one is watching. And if that standard is powerful, unshakable, unbreakable, then your future is not a question, it is a promise. So ask yourself, what do I tolerate? What do I accept? What do I stand for? If the answers are soft, then your future will be soft. If the answers are weak, then your destiny will be weak. But if your answers are forged in fire, if your standard is built in discipline, sacrifice, and relentless accountability, then you will become dangerous. And the world does not need more average. It needs more dangerous men who live by a code. Build your standard and never lower it again. This content is made for those who are serious about improving. If that is you, then you will find value in these videos here. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly achieve their goals while others struggle and fail? Why some people live extraordinary lives full of adventure and success, while others live ordinary lives full of regret and mediocrity? The answer is simple, yet profound. It's about how we spend our time. There is a blade sharper than steel, more precise than a surgeon's scalpel, more devastating than any weapon man has ever forged. That blade is time. But here's the cruel twist. It cuts both ways. It can carve greatness into your life, or it can slice your potential into pieces while you sit and do nothing. You choose which edge you live on. Most men are not destroyed by failure. They are destroyed by delay, by procrastination disguised as planning, by excuses wrapped in logic, by the lie of later, as they say. I will start when I am ready. I will begin when the timing is better. I just need to figure a few things out first. While they are saying all that, time is swinging its sword. Silently, constantly, mercilessly. Every second you delay is a second you will never get back. Every minute you wait is a minute your future self is paying for. And once it is gone forever. You can recover from almost anything in life. Loss, betrayal, injury, failure, but you can never recover wasted time. People say time is money. That is a lie. You can lose all your money and make it back. You can go broke and rebuild. But once time leaves, it never returns. Time is not money. Time is blood. It is the life force leaking out of your existence, second by second. It is the silent price you pay for every distraction, every excuse, every aimless day. Scroll your phone for 2 hours. You just bled, sat in self-pity for a week. You just bled. Postponed your workout, your goals, your discipline for the weekend. You just bled, and you do not feel it. Until one day, you look back, and the man you could have been is buried under years of wasted time. This is not poetic. It is reality. Every morning you wake up, you are gifted a piece of your life, and you must spend it. There is no option to save it. Cannot carry it over to next week. You cannot freeze it in a bank account. You spend it. The only question is, what are you buying? Some men buy strength, others buy comfort. But make no mistake, time is always being spent. In one day, the account will hit zero. Do not let that be your life. Let me tell you a story. Alexander the Great was a legendary warrior and conqueror who changed the course of history. He led his armies on epic journeys across 3 continents, conquering countless cities and defeating mighty empires. But despite his many victories, Alexander was not invincible. In fact, he died at the young age of 32, having lived a life of both triumph and tragedy. Now imagine if someone had told Alexander that he only had 32 years to live. How would it have changed his perspective on life? Would he have wasted any of those precious years pursuing meaningless conquests or indulging in pleasure and luxury? The answer is no. He would have cherished every moment and made the most of his limited time. Yet that is precisely what most men do. They waste their time chasing meaningless pursuits, indulging in instant gratification and failing to appreciate the precious gift that it is. So listen to me carefully. If you are still reading this even now, you have been gifted another day. A chance to correct the course of your life and become the best version of yourself. Your time is limited. Soon enough, you will be old and gray and looking back on your life with regret. You do not want to be filled with regrets. You want to die with your boots on, having lived a life of purpose and accomplishment. Having used your time wisely and made the most of your God-given abilities. So what are you waiting for? Stop wasting your time on meaningless pursuits and start investing it in yourself and your future. Set clear goals for yourself and work tirelessly to achieve them. Become the kind of man who makes a difference in the world and leaves a positive impact on those around him. Remember, your time is limited. Embrace each day as a gift and use it wisely. Pursue excellence in everything you do and never settle for mediocrity. And most importantly, never, ever forget that. There are 3 ways to kill your time. There are 3 ways to kill your time. The first way is to simply do nothing. To lie around all day, to watch TV, to play video games, to use social media. This is the easiest way to kill your time, but it is also the most pathetic. When you do nothing, you are letting life pass you by. You are not growing as a person. You are not learning new skills. You are not making progress towards your goals. You're just vegetating. And I know it may seem like fun to do nothing, especially in a world that is constantly telling you to hustle and grind. But doing nothing is a slow and insidious way to kill your time. It robs you of your energy, your motivation, your purpose. You start to feel like a loser. You start to believe that you are not capable of achieving your dreams. You start to think that your life is meaningless. But the truth is that doing nothing is the worst thing you could possibly do. The second way to kill your time is to waste it on the wrong things. To chase after pleasure and comfort and instant gratification. And I know that there is nothing wrong with enjoying life. We should all strive to live a life of abundance and joy. But when you start to chase after pleasure and comfort, you are sacrificing your future happiness for today's pleasure. You are trading away your potential for a quick hit of dopamine. You are choosing to be a slave to your desires rather than a master of your own destiny. And this is a terrible way to live your life, because it is a life of regret. You will look back on your wasted years and wonder where it all went wrong. You will realize that you have sacrificed your future happiness for today's pleasure. And that is a sad and lonely place to be. The third way to kill your time is to spend it with the wrong people. To surround yourself with negative and toxic individuals who bring you down and hold you back. And I know that it is not always easy to avoid these people. Sometimes they are family members or friends or coworkers. But you have to try, because the people you spend your time with have a profound impact on who you are and what you believe in. If you spend your time with negative and toxic people, they will drain your energy and sap your motivation. They will tell you that you are not good enough or smart enough or talented enough. They will convince you that your dreams are unrealistic and that you should give up on your goals. Believe me, this is a terrible way to live your life, because it is a life of mediocrity. You will never reach your full potential. You will never achieve your dreams. You will never live a life that you are proud of. But if you spend your time with the right people, people who inspire you and challenge you and support you, then you will soar to new heights. You will accomplish things you never thought possible. You will live a life that you are truly proud of. Now that you know the 3 ways to kill your time, let me ask you a question. Which way are you choosing? Are you going to do nothing? Are you going to waste your time on the wrong things? Are you going to spend your time with the wrong people? Or are you going to invest your time in the right things? Are you going to do something that matters? Are you going to pursue your goals and dreams? Are you going to spend your time with the right people? People who inspire you and challenge you and support you? The choice is yours. But remember, time is a precious commodity. It is a gift from God that you must cherish and use wisely. Do not waste it on things that do not matter. Do not waste it on instant gratification or negative people. Invest it in yourself and your future. Most importantly, do not forget to enjoy the journey. Life is not a destination. It is a series of moments that we experience every day. So make the most of every moment and be grateful for the gift of time. What if everything we think we know about productivity is wrong? Forget productivity hacks. Forget color-coded calendars. Forget to-do lists that look good but never get done. This is not about managing time. This is about mastering it. Time mastery means you control your schedule like a king protects his castle. Do not let random people invade your hours. You guard your mornings with your life because the way you start your day defines who you become. You say nitrogen monoxide to 90% of things because most of what the world offers is a distraction in disguise. You build daily routines that turn chaos into order, not to impress, but to conquer. Your time is your kingdom. Do not let it get overrun by mediocrity. Now, if you want to go further and unlock the secrets of time mastery, then let's discuss 5 deadly lessons. Lesson number 1, wake up like you are in a war because you are. Every morning, life gives you 24 hours. The clock is ticking. Every second you waste gives your competition an edge. How many times have you checked your email in the past few minutes? 10, 15, 50 times? Why? Because you have trained your brain to get addicted to dopamine. Every little notification makes you feel important because these companies have trained you to feel rewarded. Well, guess what? Life doesn't owe you any rewards. You must earn them. You must take action. When you open your eyes in the morning, realize that you have been given a new chance to fight for your goals, for your future, for your vision. Don't waste it checking mindless messages. Instead, make your bed like a soldier making his uniform ready for battle. These simple acts of self-discipline will boost your testosterone and prime your mind for greatness. Others are sleeping. You are already winning before the day has begun. Lesson 2. Build our blocks, not to-do lists. Tasks mean nothing if they do not exist in time. Build your day around non-negotiable hour blocks. For example, between 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., you will exercise and take a cold shower. Between 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., you will dedicate yourself to deep, focused work, crushing your biggest tasks first. Between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m., you will eat and recover. You cannot just eat food, you must nourish your body. You cannot just rest, you must recharge your mental batteries. You have to systematize your day and organize your life like a Roman emperor scheduling his provinces. You are the CEO of your life. Sure, each hour of your day is accounted for, filled with purpose and value. Just like Rome needs legions to protect its borders, you need to assign soldiers to conquer your day. Only set yourself for the hours of deep focus where you crush your most important work. During other hours, allow yourself a bit of flexibility to manage minor tasks. A well-balanced schedule turns chaos into order, uncertainty into mastery. Remember, a ship without a rudder is lost at sea. Keep your schedule as tight as your belt. Lesson 3. Destroy time leaks. We have been conditioned to accept distractions. When you audit your life, you will find many activities that take your time, yet give nothing back. Useless scrolling, mindless meetings, pointless gossip, cheap entertainment. These are the leaks draining the vitality from your existence. Fix them like a general patching holes in his battlements. They're time vampires sucking the life out of your existence. Identify them, question their necessity, eliminate those that do not serve you. Learn to say no with the firmness of a Roman emperor and the finality of a Spartan executioner. Ruthlessly pursue efficiency like a Zen master sharpening his blade. Cut all distractions like dead branches in the pursuit of excellence. Do not hesitate, be ruthless. The enemy is not outside you, it is inside you. It is the voice telling you to quit, the feeling of fear, the addiction of instant gratification, the comfort of familiarity. You are the warrior, and the battle is not against others. It is within you. Train yourself to stay in the arena even when there is no applause. For true victory is not measured by external cheers, but by the integrity of your actions. Lesson 4. Create time multipliers. Anything you do today that makes tomorrow easier is a time multiplier. Training builds physical and mental endurance. Reading expands your knowledge and perspective. Meditation clears your mind for better focus. Investing compounds your wealth for future freedom. Healthy habits, they are not costly. They are investments in your future self. Treat them as assets because they will yield dividends beyond measure. Each healthy choice is a seed planted in the garden of your life. Each healthy habit is a tree, providing shade and fruit. Combined, they form a forest of resilience and success. Lesson 5. Design your life by the clock, then break it by the vision. We often hear the saying, time is money. What does that truly mean? It means each second is precious. It means every minute counts. It means you must be accountable to the rhythm of the clock. But also remember this, the clock is not your master, it is your servant. It serves your vision. So design your life by the clock, set routines, establish habits, stick to schedules. Discipline is the oil that keeps the engine of your life running smoothly. Master the routine, the discipline, the structure, and then use it to catapult yourself towards your vision. It's like a boxer training rigorously in the gym, following a strict routine, honing their skills under the watchful eye of a coach. But the boxer doesn't just train for the sake of training. He trains with a vision of the championship belt, the roar of the crowd, the glory of victory. The structure is the means, the vision is the end. In the same way, your daily habits and routines are the structure that supports your grand vision. Your aspirations, your dreams. There's a phrase that kills more dreams than failure ever has. I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow is the drug of the undisciplined. It is the false comfort of cowards. It is the lie people tell themselves to avoid pain today while silently building regret for the future. Listen carefully. The most successful people in the world did not get there because they started later. They got there because they started earlier. They got there because they faced the pain of rejection, the agony of discipline, the bitterness of sacrifice. Today's success is a mirage, an illusionary oasis in the distance. It beckons us forward with promises of sweet reward, but it remains tantalizingly out of reach, unless we cross the desert of discomfort. Let me ask you a question. What's on the other side of the pain? On the other side of the pain is the reward. What's on the other side of discipline is freedom. What's on the other side of sacrifice is victory. What's on the other side of struggle is peace. What's on the other side of fear is growth. The other side of discomfort is always better. You can keep being a victim of time, or you can turn it into a weapon. Let me leave you with this thought. Each night before you sleep, imagine yourself on your deathbed. Ask yourself, will I look back with pride at how I spent my hours? If the answer is yes, you are on the right path. If the answer is no, then get up right now and reclaim your time. Time will test you. Time is the ultimate test of discipline. Can you show up when it gets boring? Can you keep going when the novelty wears off? Can you commit to something longer than your emotions last? Because time does not care how motivated you were in week 1. Time cares what you do in month 6, year 2, decade 1. The men who win are not the most excited. They are the most consistent. They treat time like a compound interest machine, not a lottery ticket. In the intricate dance of life, time is both the music and the dancer. It dictates the rhythm, sets the tempo, and ultimately decides the finale. But remember, you are not merely a pawn in time's game. You are the king of your own domain. The power to shape your destiny lies in your hands. So stand tall, chest out, eyes fixed on the horizon. Take charge of your time. Bend it to your will. Transform it into the force that propels you forward. Become the maestro of your life's symphony. Conduct every note, every beat, every measure with precision and grace. Remember, the music never stops. It only changes key. And the best part of the melody is yet to be composed by you. Do you ever start off a project with motivation and then lose steam midway through? Do you find yourself putting off tasks that don't seem urgent but are important? In today's fast-paced world, we often struggle to maintain focus and motivation. It's easy to get distracted by the numerous demands on our attention and lose sight of our goals. But what if there was a way to stay committed and disciplined even when the going gets tough? Well, there is. And in this video, we're going to explore some ways to achieve that level of focus and determination. In the book The Obstacle is the Way, Ryan Holiday teaches us that discipline is key to achieving success. He encourages us to embrace challenges and use them as opportunities to grow and improve. However, staying disciplined can be difficult, especially when faced with distractions and temptations. So what can we do to maintain our focus and commitment to our goals despite these obstacles? One way to help is understanding the power of discipline. Discipline is essential to achieving success in any endeavor. According to Ryan Holiday, discipline is what allows us to overcome obstacles and achieve our goals. Without it, we're likely to become distracted and overwhelmed by the demands of daily life. By understanding the importance of discipline, we can be more motivated to develop and maintain it. One way to cultivate discipline is to set clear and achievable goals. When we have a clear target to aim for, we're more likely to stay focused and motivated. Additionally, breaking down larger goals into smaller, manageable steps can make them seem less daunting and increase our chances of success. Now, to achieve our goals, we must first believe in our ability to succeed. Self-belief is a crucial component of discipline. When we believe in ourselves, we're more likely to stay committed to our goals even when we face setbacks. Cultivating a positive mindset and focusing on our strengths can help us build the confidence we need to succeed. Another aspect of maintaining discipline is learning how to say no. We can't commit to everything and everyone all the time. Saying no to distractions and temptations can help us stay focused on our goals. It can be difficult to say no, but it's an essential skill for anyone who wants to succeed. Practicing saying no politely but firmly can help us get better at it. Another way to maintain discipline is by rewarding ourselves for our achievements. Positive reinforcement can be an effective way to stay motivated and committed to our goals. When we reward ourselves for staying disciplined, we create a positive feedback loop that encourages us to continue our efforts. Rewards don't have to be expensive or extravagant. Sometimes a simple pat on the back is enough to keep us going. Maintaining discipline is essential to achieving success in any endeavor. By setting clear goals, believing in ourselves, saying no to distractions, and rewarding our achievements, we can cultivate the discipline we need to stay focused and committed. Now let's move on to some examples of how to apply these tips in real-world situations. Imagine you want to write a novel. You're excited to start, but you know that writing a book takes time and discipline. Here's how you can apply the tips we discussed to achieve your goal. Set clear goals. Break down the process of writing a book into smaller, more manageable steps, such as writing a certain number of words each day or finishing a chapter per week. Believe in yourself. Focus on your strengths as a writer and visualize yourself as a successful author. Say no to distractions. Limit social media and other distractions during your writing time to stay focused. Reward your achievements. Treat yourself to something special after completing each milestone, such as buying a new book or taking a break to relax and recharge. Now imagine you're a student preparing for exams. Tips remain the same, but the application may differ slightly. Here's how to apply them in this situation. Set clear goals. Determine the topics you need to study and allocate specific study times for each topic. Believe in yourself. Focus on your past academic achievements and your ability to learn and retain information. Say no to distractions. Avoid social gatherings and other distractions during your study time to stay focused. Reward your achievements. Treat yourself to a night out with friends or a special meal after completing a study session or finishing a chapter. Now let's imagine you're an entrepreneur trying to launch a new business. The tips are still the same, but the application may require a different approach. Consider these steps. Set clear goals. Outline the steps involved in launching your business, such as creating a marketing plan, securing funding, and hiring employees. Believe in yourself. Focus on your previous successes and your ability to solve problems and generate innovative solutions. Say no to distractions. Limit the time you spend on non-essential tasks and focus on the key activities that will move your business forward. Reward your achievements. Celebrate milestones with a small reward, such as a celebratory lunch or a night out with colleagues. As you can see, the tips can be applied to various situations and industries. It's essential to remember that maintaining discipline is a skill that can be developed with practice. Start by setting small, achievable goals and gradually increase the difficulty as you become more disciplined. Also, don't be afraid to seek support from friends, family, or mentors. Staying disciplined is crucial to achieving success in any endeavor by setting clear goals, believing in ourselves, saying no to distractions, and rewarding our achievements. We can develop the discipline necessary to stay focused and committed. Thank you for watching. Please like and share if you found value in this video. We wish you the best in your journey toward success.